This is the story of Patrick Ford and Eugene Brown. On the 29th of May 2010, they were both at a party in Forest Gate, East London. Towards the end of the night, Eugene took out a gun and fired 4 shots into the ceiling. As everyone spilled outside the exit, Michael Smith of Canning Town shot Patrick and Eugene. Patrick died at the scene. Kelvin, who was with friends with Eugene, then chased after Michael Smith. He shot after him 14 times and hit him 6 times. Here's actual footage of Michael running away. Shortly after, Kevin's chasing after him. Michael falls to the ground and Kevin shoots at him again from point blank range. Michael managed to survive from his injuries. Eugene died 6 weeks later. Both Michael and Kevin were soon arrested. Michael was found guilty of 2 murders and sentenced to serve a minimum of 34 years life imprisonment. Kevin, who was a student from Harlesden, was sentenced to 34 years. This is the story of Lee, Wallace and Jason Hassan. Jaden from Bow was a local drug dealer. Danny Wilson from Bow worked for Jaden. There came a point where Danny owed Jaden £3,000, but for some reason couldn't or wouldn't pay. Jaden started sending Danny threatening texts, even one point threatening his missus with a knife. As the threats got worse, Danny enlisted the help of his uncle, Wayne Wilson from Lancashire. In November 2010, Jaden and his friend Lee were visiting another friend in a flat in Islington, North London. As they left the flat, Wayne fired shots at them. The duo ran away, tried to hide underneath the low bricks of their estates. Lee was shot once in the lower back and the bullet passed through to his heart. Jaden was shot once in the arm, once in the back and twice in the back of the head. Danny and Wayne both received 35 years life sentences. This is the story of Kelvin, Easton and Mark Duggan. They were cousins. They were both on Broadwater Farm in Tottenham and Kelvin went by the name Smegs. He was a local rap artist.
Sometimes it's hard, might slip, never fooled you. I've got sister, yeah, it's still tense. I'm rolling round the hood, late nights without a vest. My name's still ringing for some dramas and the stress. And niggas talk shit, but I slap it in the chest. I don't give a fuck, I love it and I'm blessed. A couple of the times I could see.
On the 27th of March 2011, Kelvin was on a night out in Bow. The club was named La Boheme. A fight broke out and he was attacked by at least 7 to 8 people. He was stabbed by at least 2 different knives and fell down a flight of stairs. He collapsed and died of his injuries. One of the prime suspects for the murder went on a run. Of course, Mark would have been distraught by the news of his cousin's death. It was alleged at a trial that the police put a surveillance on Mark Duggan because they believed he was looking to have revenge over his cousin. Operation Trident had been following Mark for 4 days. Mark went to go and pick up a gun from Kevin Hutchinson Foster, but only 12 minutes after he picked up the gun, he'd been shot by the officers. Initially, the police put out a false statement that Mark had opened fire when he had not. This was what sparked the riots of 2011. Mark's legacy, however, lives on. His son is the rising star in the drill scene. You may know him as Bando K from Young OFB. The music path is taking a lot of youth off the streets and giving them a platform to showcase their music and talent, and long may this go on. The man charged with Kelvin's murder was found not guilty in court.